For decades, when people spoke of innovation, their minds instantly turned to California's Silicon Valley, the birthplace of world-changing ideas and home to the giants of modern technology. Yet in recent years, something unexpected has been happening far from the Bay Area. A new contender has been steadily rising in the heart of the United States, turning heads with its rapid growth, influx of talent, and a business climate that feels almost tailor-made for the tech world. That contender is Texas. Once known mainly for its oil fields, wide-open landscapes, and cowboy heritage, Texas is now earning a new reputation, one of the most dynamic technology hubs in America. Headlines point to a surge of companies moving their headquarters, a wave of entrepreneurs setting up shop, and thousands of skilled workers packing their bags to join this movement. The energy in cities like Austin and Dallas feels less like a quiet shift and more like a revolution in progress. But how did Texas, a state once seen as an unlikely competitor, manage to position itself as Silicon Valley's greatest challenger? What forces are driving this transformation, and why are so many betting that the future of tech might just belong here? To uncover the answers, let's explore the reasons behind this remarkable change. Reason 1. California's exodus and Texas's gain. In the 2022, especially after the pandemic, California has seen a population decline. From mid-2020 to mid-2023, the state lost about 412,000 residents, largely due to migration to other states, and Texas was one of the biggest beneficiaries. Texas has seen impressive population growth due to this migration. In 2023 alone, about 98,000 residents moved from California to Texas, accounting for 16% of the total migration to Texas, or about 260 people leaving California for the state every day. This is a vivid demonstration of Texas being a hot destination when residents flee California amid high living costs, housing, and taxes. Not only residents, but businesses are also moving in the same direction. By comparison, Texas, especially Austin and Dallas, positioned itself as the prime beneficiary of this migration, offering no state income tax, more affordable real estate, and a more streamlined regulatory environment that collectively lowered the cost of doing business. The impact of this divergence is visible in corporate moves such as Oracle's relocation of its headquarters to Austin in 2020, Tesla's decision to build its gigafactory in the state, and the steady influx of smaller startups seeking a more cost-efficient and competitive base of operations. These economic incentives did not only attract companies, but also drew skilled workers who found that their salaries stretched further in Texas, fueling a self-reinforcing cycle of growth that reshaped the state's reputation from an oil capital to a leading hub of technology and innovation. Reason 2. The rise of Austin and Dallas as innovation hubs. Austin, often referred to as Silicon Hills, has transformed from a quirky college town into one of the most dynamic technology centers in the country. This city has drawn tech giants such as major corporations like Apple, General Motors, IBM, Dell, Deloitte, Amazon, Google, and TikTok. In another notable move, Realtor.com, the largest online real estate site in the United States, has officially moved its headquarters from Santa Clara, California to Austin in early 2025. This decision has made Austin one of the most attractive destinations for technology companies. This ecosystem has been further strengthened by a growing startup scene and inflows of venture capital, making Austin a breeding ground for both established firms and emerging innovators. Dallas, meanwhile, has carved out its place as a national powerhouse in finance, logistics, and corporate management. Unlike Austin's tech-heavy profile, Dallas boasts one of the largest concentrations of Fortune 500 companies in the nation, hosting 24 as of 2023, second only to New York City. This includes giants in energy, telecommunications, and financial services, which together create a diversified economic backbone. Its central geographic position gives Dallas a logistical edge, anchored by Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, one of the busiest in the world, and a major gateway for global trade. The combination of corporate strength, world-class infrastructure, and steady population growth has positioned Dallas as not just a business hub, but a city capable of competing on a global stage. Together, the complementary strengths of Austin's tech ecosystem and Dallas's corporate dominance have accelerated Texas's transformation into the country's new innovation frontier. Reason 3. Pro-business policies and incentives driving growth. If there is one factor that consistently sets Texas apart from its coastal competitors, it is the state's aggressive pursuit of a pro-business environment backed by meaningful financial incentives. In 2025, Governor Greg Abbott signed new legislation designed to shield companies from burdensome shareholder lawsuits, limiting such actions to investors holding at least 3% of a firm's stock, while also establishing specialized business courts to resolve complex disputes, a clear signal that Texas intends to rival Delaware as America's corporate legal hub. Alongside legal reforms, the state has deployed powerful financial tools to lure and retain industry giants. Beyond tax abatements and workforce training subsidies, Texas is also making strategic bets on critical industries, committing nearly $1.4 billion to the Texas Semiconductor Innovation Fund and aligning with federal CHIPS Act grants that brought Samsung up to $6.4 billion for its manufacturing facilities in the state, projects expected to generate tens of thousands of jobs. Houston, too, is becoming a hub for the next wave of artificial intelligence infrastructure, with NVIDIA and Foxconn investing in supercomputing plants, while Apple builds a massive data facility to power its AI ambitions. These overlapping policies and targeted incentives reveal that Texas is not simply inheriting businesses fleeing California, it is actively engineering the conditions to anchor the industries of the future, ensuring its rise as a genuine Silicon Valley successor. Reason 4. Human capital and social challenges. If Texas's migration boom provided the spark, its thriving human capital and creative ecosystem have been the kindling fueling its wildfire growth. At the heart of this lies the University of Texas at Austin, which supplies a steady flow of highly skilled graduates into the local economy. This talent base has fueled Austin's rise as one of the nation's most vibrant startup hubs. Yet the rapid growth carries its own set of challenges. In cities like Austin and Dallas, the surge of new residents and businesses has pushed housing costs far beyond national averages, making affordability a pressing issue and widening social divides. The once low-slung city skylines have been reshaped by gleaming towers and sprawling mixed-use projects, which to some signal prosperity, but to others represent displacement and inequality. Austin has already overtaken San Jose in population and, at its current pace, is expected to surpass San Antonio within the next 2 decades, while the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex leads the nation in absolute population growth. These shifts underscore how Texas is reinventing itself from a land long associated with cattle and oil to one increasingly driven by coders and capital, yet they also highlight the paradox of success, rapid innovation and economic strength that simultaneously test the inclusiveness and sustainability of its urban future.
Texas's story is no longer just about oil fields, ranches, and wide open skies. It is about ambition, reinvention, and the relentless pursuit of innovation. From Austin's buzzing startup corridors to Dallas's corporate towers and Houston's AI frontiers, the Lone Star State is building a new identity as America's next great engine of technology and growth. Yet as skyscrapers rise and populations swell, the question lingers: can Texas balance opportunity with sustainability, prosperity with inclusiveness? One thing is certain, its transformation is reshaping not only the state itself, but also the future map of American innovation.